Welcome back to Malaka Motorsports. We got a little bit of surprise. So you guys all know that I got rid of the wide body, right? Got rid of the B5, gave up my build, couldn't finish it. I just gave up. Trolls got to me online. I just couldn't take the pressure, and I decided to do something crazy. Pick up something crazy, something with an unknown amount of cylinders. You guys have been waiting for it. We're here at the shop, here at Turbo Joe Tuned. You guys can check them out on Instagram. We'll put a link in the description. We'll put it on the small bar. So if you guys are watching this, you guys want to go on Instagram real quick to check them out, please check them out. So we're ready to pick up the new car. Can anyone guess what it is? Let's go and check. Is it an R8? Is it a V10 like I alluded to? Is it an RS7? Is it a brand new S4? No. It's my wide body. The one I never gave up on, the one we never stopped working on to finish. I know I had put up a for sale ad. A good friend of mine, Peter Glykos from New York, a good Greek friend of mine. He was in on the gag, like he bought it. We pretended it shipped to New York. We pretended it shipped to New York months ago, and I just kind of played it off as if I sold it. Let me tell you guys, it's not sold. It's here. I needed wire harness done, I need tuning. Couldn't find anyone. We found a gentleman called Joe, who owns Turbo Joe Tuned here in Van Nuys. Full Haltech Elite 2500 ECU. We'll go more into depth of that as the weeks to come. We're getting base mapped on 91 right now. We're gonna go for a drive, and I can't wait to show you this car. Still needs cleaning up, still needs finishing up, but guys, this is my new supercar. Wide body B5 S4 with a custom 24 valve VR6 swap. As you guys remember the first version in my narrow body, this is the wide body version with a new turbo setup, new cooler setup, new ECU setup, and a few other nice bits you guys gotta check out. So I can't wait to show you guys. 24 valve power. 24 valve power.
Nope.
Headlight, everything's off, everything we gotta adjust. Man, that looks beautiful, guys. Look at that. Alright, Joe, if you don't mind, introduce yourself, where your shop is located, what your name is, and what you do.
Well, the business name is Turbo Joe Tuned. I'm located in Van Nuys, California. And my specialty is dyno tuning, cars, motorcycles. Do a custom engine harnesses, engine building, some fabrication.
What'd you do on this car?
We had a pretty much custom harness made for the Haltech Elite 2500 ECU race spec Haltech cluster IQ3. We had some extra components like a CAN bus wideband, CAN bus IO box, inputs, outputs. Obviously the car has a lot of functions that are run through, so we were running out of inputs on the ECU. All the Elite 2500 has a lot of inputs. We needed more.
So you added the extension boxes, right?
Yeah, we got the IO box which communicates with the ECU via CAN bus. So whatever extra inputs goes to the IO box, it's being basically sent to ECU on a CAN bus. So ECU is aware of all the extra inputs besides what it has coming directly to it.
And give me some background. You own a B5, right?
I own a couple of B5s.
What's your current one, the silver one that you had here?
But I've always been a Volkswagen Audi person. That's been my main thing for a long time. And then after I moved from New York to California, more so my business become Supras, Porsches, a lot of Hondas, and a lot of motorcycles too. And I'm sad to say, but there's not as big a crowd of Volkswagen and Audis here that it is in the East Coast.
Yeah, it's a little different out
It's
here.
definitely too sad, you know. Nobody wants to go and do something, for example, like you did with your car. It's very rare, you know, that somebody would do something like that. Most of the VW Audi guys usually stopped at, you know, your basic ECU chip tuning, and they don't want to take it to the next level. For example, what you did.
That's a little different for us because we have the Audi Performance Group on Facebook, and there's 16,000 of you guys that are building cars. So do you mean when I don't do it, meaning getting rid of the 2.7 and putting a VR6, or going Haltech? What's
no. Well, what I generally meant is go to a next level, which involves putting a standalone management computer on a car, period. Okay. Now, you're doing an engine swap. That's another very innovative thing to do, obviously. But my main thing was that everybody in the Volkswagen and Audi world, especially here in the West Coast, is very afraid of going that route.
Software tuning, basic
They want to
upgrades.
stick with the stock computer, which it's pretty much, you're very limited. It's like trying to do something with your one hand behind your back. You can only do so much. Stock ECU is great, but it only gets you so far.
So what are we doing here now?
I'm basically configuring a couple of things. The base map is already set up for the car, so we can start it up. And in a bit we go around the block, see how everything feels, so you can take it, go through it, and we should be doing a dyno session soon.
All right, Joe. I'll get out of your face. Continue doing what you're doing. I'll leave you alone. We basically brought the car to Turbo Joe. He was recommended to us by a couple people. Said he was a big Audi guy. He actually has a silver B5. He actually has a silver B5 with GT28s on the 2.7. We'll include some footage of that here shortly, but I'm here picking up my supercar, which is my wide body that I never got rid of, would have never even thought about it, was never even a thought in my mind. But after you go through shop for shop for shop, running into so many issues, you want to find someone that legitimately could do the work. So we found Turbo Joe. Essentially we brought him the rolling chassis, the motor, the turbo kit, the intercooler piping kit. Everything was installed. We had to scatter to get that done too in Lancaster. So Dave Murray from Murray's Performance Garage, thank you so much for all the fab work. And luckily Turbo Joe was able to finish up all the wiring, get the ECU in and get it firing. So I don't wire, I don't do any ECU tuning. So we'd have to outsource it just like fab work. I don't do any fab work. But luckily, you know, Turbo Joe kind of took us in and he's getting the car done. I'm just so happy today. I'm picking it up. A lot of traffic on the 5. I don't know if I'm going to be driving it back, but we'll get some in-car footage for you guys so you can see what the car sounds like and feels like. I'm going to show you guys the engine bay again. I got the water to air set up in the back. It's getting there, guys. 24 valve VR6, idling nice, beautifully quiet. We ended up installing the ECU, bought some Haltech and all the components here in the corner. It's all waterproof, so we don't have to worry about damaging anything. Turbo Joe was kind enough to fabricate me a coolant box there in the corner. So since we're not running the stock ECU, he put a plate, sealed it, and then he installed the custom reservoir in the back. We'll include some revving clips, some moving clips. I still have to adjust that. Everything's everywhere, guys. I'm sorry for the mess. But this is me picking up my supercar. I'm a sedan guy. I'm an Audi guy all day, and this is what I live for, guys. I hope you guys like this surprise because it's been a long time coming. It's been a struggle. This is version 2 of my VR6 swap, except in a wide body chassis and with a new turbo setup, coolant setup, intercooler setup, and now engine management setup from Haltech by Turbo Joe. I also want to add that the car is only base map tuned for 91. I'm picking up the car today. I'm going to drive it for the next week or two, make sure everything's ironed out. We have no leaks, no issues. So far, everything's looking good. But I want to drive it and put miles on it. So it'll be base tuned to 91 octane, which is, let me just tell you, it's crap fuel. And then we'll be back in 2 weeks and we'll be on the dyno. We'll finish tuning on 91 and then we'll go straight to 85, and that's what the car is built for, to run on the 85. Let's go. We're gonna go for our first drive. Here. Hi. I'm gonna go for our first drive.
Looks really good from here.
Yeah, it's been sitting for God knows how long.
Yeah.
The whole car's been fucking sitting.
Coco, looks really good from here.
Looks really good. You like it?
Yeah, look from here. It looks like you can see the paint. It looks like bright and stuff.
But then you see the headlight that's sticking out. It's horrible. We got to adjust the whole front end, guys. But yeah, the car looks good paint. But then you go up and there's like rust from the East Coast. But it's okay. We're gonna adjust it. We're gonna clean it. There's a lot of things we're gonna have to do. We're gonna go on our first drive right now and see what the car feels like. It's still on base map 91. Remember, we're gonna drive it for the next week or two. I'll get footage of that too, guys, when we get the car back up to where we live. And then we'll come back here in about 2 weeks, just after New Year's, and tune fully on E85. See what kind of power she makes. Motor's fully built. The only thing stock on the motor is cams. Ferrara head, built bottom end, Mali piston, and then we did DM forged rods, ARP hardware. So let's go for the first drive. Let's see.
Want to say anything, Joe?
See these little buttons right here? You want to get in on it? Sorry about the radios everywhere. Here's our 3 secret buttons. One's going to be the rolling AntiLag, the dimmer on the cluster, and then that's our water There's our pump for the water air cooler. All right, let's start it up. You ever been in that car? They spotted your B5 there in the corner.
Well, this car is like half from friend of mine for Ari.
Yeah.
And then I built the whole car from the scratch.
That's badass. Before we leave, can we just look at it? You don't have to start it or anything.
Yeah.
Just want to see. I want to show them.
It started, but it didn't run for like 3 weeks, I think. It still started.
3 weeks. That's a short time for a B5. That's a short time. Not running for a B5. 3 weeks. Not bad.
No, I didn't say it didn't drove. I said it didn't ran. I just started idle, but I didn't mention anything about driving. I think the last time drove when maybe a month ago when I put it on a dyno and made a couple of pulls.
What'd you make on the dyno?
Did like we on the Mustang dyno did like 590 on 91 octane.
Nice. And that's a GT28 car.
Yeah. It did on the 28 785
on the 85.
on the 85.
So we gotta break that record then. We gotta break that record or break this motor.
It did 930 on 35s.
Really?
That was like 4 years ago.
Those are big turbos.
It was not for the street. It was a little bit too laggy. You had to like floor it and keep shifting gears. If you just cruise it, you have to wait for it. But when it came, it came. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the boost came on pretty quick.
So that's why it has a 28. So it's more of a fun car for the street. All right, man. Let me lock up and we'll go for a test drive.
Let's do it. You probably want to get on the street.
Okay. I'm not even going fast, and I forgot how she sounded. We used to overheat all the time. Used to have coolant problems all the time. This is staying consistently 189, 190.
Should not be any issues. Just keep going straight. On second traffic light, you see gas station on the left side.
Smooth too.
It's just a base model, man.
This still 91 octane, guys.
This car I have not left the shop. It's never been. This is the first time driving right now. So I did all of that on the lift.
Everything. I'm gonna tell you right now. This car hasn't moved in like I'd say a better part of 2 years.
I did all of these mapping on the lift because I can't put it on a dyno because I don't have an all-wheel drive dyno in the shop. So I just did it on the lift. And I don't know if you pay attention. Your gear indicates which gear you're in already and everything.
No,
I figure you're too excited you don't pay attention.
No, I didn't see shit. I'm sorry. No. Where's this?
road, man. He's recording us now, I'm telling you. Straight?
Yeah. So the third light needs to get
No, Joe, I'm taking it easy, Joe. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm taking it easy.
Yeah, so that light, make a right, another right, and that's it. We have the shop.
Alright.
I think this is good enough so you can take it and do whatever else you need to do.
I just need to drive around with it, that's all.
After the busway, pull in.
Busway?
After the busway,
Oh, yeah.
pull into the right. That was almost
What was that? He's only giving me 8 PSI, but that's for now.
you can pull up on
I can?
Yeah. The same part.
And hold it! Okay. One more time! Oh yeah! Look at that old carbon front bumper. What's the name of your shop, man?
This is all for myself, bro. I don't work for anybody.
Which, you mind introducing yourself for our channel?
Yeah, my name is Omid. I'm a plumber. Shit. And I like fast cars and bikes.
What do you got over here? Because it looks like you got something that looks monstrous with a parachute on the back.
Yeah. This is a 94 Honda Civic hatchback. Actually, this car was actually in that Motor Trend video, World's Fastest, the drag race.
That was, I've seen that video.
Yeah, so you want to laugh. I'm going to show
Hold
you.
on, I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna laugh, because they dubbed over and they did farting sounds.
That thing was the best video ever I've ever seen. But you want to know
he's
the
got
funny
the best
part?
attitude for that. Look at that.
But I thought it was fucking hilarious. All my friends tagged me in that thing. The funny part is, that was the other red car. So I had 2 cars on that show.
Both similar setups or just different?
That's my street car. That thing is becoming 4-wheel drive.
You're doing 4-wheel drive to a
Started on
Civic.
Monday.
Jesus.
But this one is like my main car.
This is beautiful. Can you tell us more about this? What kind of power? What kind of times have you run?
The car is an 8-second car.
8 second?
Yeah, quarter mile 8.
What were you trapping?
It used to trap, like the highest I've trapped was 175.
175 fuck.
I'll show you guys the bay.
Look at that, guys. How you doing, man? George.
Good. Gary.
Nice to meet you, Gary. How you doing?
I might want to take off the sweat. Maybe you look like a fool on that shorty or what?
It's fine. Don't worry about it, man. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Similar turbo like what you got. It's just a precision though.
Got it. That's what my brother's running, precision. 64, 66. That's what he's running?
Yeah, this one's a 7285.
Jesus Christ.
It's a little big.
Stock boost, huh?
Whatever it can handle, man. We throw all of it at it if we have
175 at 8 seconds. Jesus.
Well, we're hoping for more now. this new turbo setup, I redid the roll cage. I actually banged this car up once. Right after that event, after that show, when we shot that show,
Yeah.
we came back to Fontana to test the car out. And I guess something happened, wind caught me and I skinned the wall, so I damaged this whole corner.
We're in Fontana. When?
This was, I'd say, November. Exactly,
Okay.
about a year and a month.
Got it.
13 months ago. And then I brought it back. I had to redo the car, which was, it is what it is.
Love.
And then
That's me.
slowly came out to be this one.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm waiting and I'm good.
Joe did the whole harness. He actually built the shirt block. Trans Joe put together. He did pretty much most of the work on the car. I mean, I do all the labor work, me and my buddies. But yeah, this is his, I guess Joe sponsors only one car in this one pretty much right now.
Hey, it's gonna have to get done.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Watch, I'll pull it apart. You'll see the cooler and everything right now.
You got it. No problem. I'll have my phone on you. Just call me direct and I'll be here. Thank you, sir. Yeah, sorry about that. It was triple A. It's the only way Audi people get around. Look, you guys, that's good. Jesus Christ. That is gorgeous.
A lot of time, man. A lot of time.
They're
lot
talking
of
about the
money.
leveling sensor. Yeah, no, without a doubt. That is a
Dirty
beautiful
right now.
setup, man.
Thank you. I would start it, but the oil filter's off right now, man.
No need. I don't want you to drown out my car. My car's supposed to be the cool car in this video right now.
Well, listen, you just gotta do a part 2.
Yeah. This looks
Your
great,
car
man.
is cool, man. I like that car. It's a
Thanks,
little
man. I
different.
appreciate it. It's her first time she was running her own in 2 years, so.
I know how that. Trust me, this car sat a whole year.
Yeah.
Sat a whole year. Just kept sucking my money.
So this is basically your side shop where you do your personal work. What made you get into cars?
Well, man, dude, when I was young as a kid, dude, I'm almost 40 years old, but I've been around cars and bikes all my life.
Got it.
I love all this stuff, man. I don't post too much on social media, but I have a few of my toys on there.
That's cool, man. Well, if you don't.
Most of the carbon fiber was done by my buddy. It's all pretty much like all the dash bezel, the whole wing, everything in carbon he made me. My other buddy did most of the fab work on the car.
Of course, you're running Haltech.
Oh, nothing but the best, man. That's what I call it. You get the best buck for your money right there.
Yeah, I know. It's the first time I was driving that on Haltech. This thing looks gorgeous, man.
Thank you.
Jesus. Just do it. Oh, for the socks. Just do it. Yeah, that's gorgeous. So you went 8 and you trapped 175. Now what are you looking for again? You're looking for, what's your goal? What are you gonna be happy with?
Whew. There's no such thing, man. In drag racing,
It's always faster?
I don't think that there's a goal. Like, you just, all right, we're gonna go out and try to go, let's say 820 now, and then it's like, all right, we want to go 8-1, all right, 8-0. You just want to keep pushing that envelope as much as you can. But
For right now, for your next run, what will you be happy with?
first pass right out the gate, probably like a 40, I'll be okay with.
Okay.
840. It was like maybe 182 mile an hour, 81 mile an hour.
Jesus.
And then after that, it's the sky's the limit, man. And as long as the wallet, you know, the credit cards don't decline, we're gonna keep going, right? So
I don't know. I was asking Joe if he took food stamps. He didn't answer me, so I got to find out whether or not I got to extend my my credit.
see, when the customers tell me stuff like that, I'm like, I'm going through a tunnel.
Well, this looks great, man. You guys got some beautiful cars, and if you don't mind, you said this was just a street car, and you had it on
Yeah,
that
actually, he's the guy that was on the show. He's the one that drove it. Gary, my man, right
Hey,
here.
wait, there was an inside camera for you. Gary, do you want to go over the car and kind of let me know what's going on, if you don't mind?
Sure. It's not.
I like the headlight intake you got there too.
This car just sits around. It's really
Jesus. Nice. Purpose built.
yeah, just simple, to be quiet.
Simple.
Stock motor. You got some work done to it.
The motor's definitely got some work. I mean, it was actually a spare motor. Well, I'll be honest, man. When we took this car to the show, it was on a bone stock motor. I kid you not. From valve cover to oil pan I mean, bone stock as it could get. And they were like, oh, bring us a high horsepower car. Well, yeah, bro, we'll bring one. This car barely cracked like 300 at that day.
That car makes 350.
Yeah, if that.
Now.
So if you don't mind me asking, I don't know if you street race or anything like that, but are you able to disclose what kind of power it's making
Yeah,
now?
right now, the last time we were on the dyno, I think we were on I want to say like 6 and some change.
That's awesome.
Like
6 and some
610 or
change.
something like that, 620. You can only imagine what the other one makes.
I was gonna say for 175 pass at 8, what are you making on there? 1200 horsepower? No comment. We don't want to give any secrets.
When you need to approach to certain mile per hour, you can figure out what the horsepower you need.
All right.
You already know.
So he's making 10 psi, right?
Yeah, I don't. No. But yeah, maybe. I'll be honest. I don't think this car sees anything under 25 pounds, dude. Like,
I don't blame you.
It's like.
It starts off the hole at 25 and then it goes up from there.
Boost by gear as well?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, this looks beautiful. I'm not going to take too much of your time. He says, hey man, there's some cool cars over there, and I just want to walk over. And
Definitely.
we're not just Audi people. We like all kinds of cars, so I really appreciate you.
Anytime, brother. My hands are dirty.
It's all right. It's all right.
See?
Don't worry about
Appreciate
it.
it,
It's our
though.
pleasure meeting you. Do you have an Instagram?
Yeah, I do actually.
What's your Instagram so I can tag you?
818 Red Rum. That's the name of my car.
I follow you on Instagram.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. All right,
What's your
guys.
name on Instagram?
So we have a YouTube channel called Malaka Motorsports, and then
Okay.
we have my personal one, it's NYU Tuner. But you probably don't know me. It's like I said. If
Well, now I'm gonna look for you.
all right, yeah.
Because I usually like to at least know somebody really close before, you know. But
But now
you tell
we
me.
broke the
Yeah,
ice.
there you go. You don't know who to follow, and it's too many people.
And for those of you guys that want to follow him, you guys got to know him too a little bit. So just shoot him a
There you
request
go,
on
yeah,
Instagram.
Just send me a message.
So you guys got to see some cool stuff, some stuff that we normally don't mess with, and some really impressive. I'm talking about things you only see on TV, guys. 1100 horsepower Hondas, amazing. 8 seconds. 1 second. Guys, before we head out, Joe's got a B5 that has GT28s on it. A little bit of a surprise, so we have 2 silver B5s that are running. One's GT28 2.7 power. That's actually Joe's personal car. So battery's dead, charged it up, he got it running. He's gonna put it up to next to here. It actually sounds pretty mean. He actually has working headlights, unlike me. He's dusty just like mine.
You got some film left over? Stand over here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, Joe, how about one more time for the fans, please? Jesus Christ.
That's a sleep.
You said GT28, right? Fuck me.
Have you ever heard anybody tell you the truth about power?
Woo. Those are the stock turbos, right? So Joe, if you could give us a breakdown, what's going on with this car?
It's a fully built 2.7 liter. It has a engine block griddle, so it's built for high horsepower, ported heads, custom camshafts, running on a Haltech ECU, the older version, which is a Platinum 2000. Running on a Garrett GTX 28, and it has flex fuel sensors, so it runs 91 octane and E85. 91 octane, the car is in about 600-ish range, and a flex fuel sensor, it's sky is the limit, you know.
So what was the most power you made on this car so far?
The highest this car been, not on these turbos though, 930 all wheel.
930 all-wheel, and those were on the 35s?
It was on a GTX 35, yeah.
So now she's on the 28s.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Joe. Beautiful.
It's an old build. This car has been built 7 years ago, I would say.
Yeah, I think
Very
we all
old.
remember this car from YouTube. I'll put you guys a clip real quick so you can see this thing running. 900 wheel capable car. That's amazing.
It's half of the stuff on the like outdated, you know what I mean? too long.
But if it works, why change it?
True, but you know, you got to keep up with the trend, and the car could, you know, potentially be more powerful.
Is she running on the stock ECU now?
Nah.
Haltech.
LE 2000, sorry, Platinum Sport 2000. It's an older version.
Okay. So we got to get Joe one of our cluster mounts. You can put a digital LCD.
This car actually utilizes the factory cluster, which
Does
is
it?
operating fine. You can check it out.
Nice.
So this,
Yeah, go for it.
you can take a look. The cluster is working. Obviously, you have some lights on because a lot of stuff doesn't communicate anymore.
Factory cluster, guys. GT28 with some wicked anti-lag / launch control. Doesn't sound cooler than mine, but I like it though. It sounds good, guys.
It sounds mellow until the boost comes in. That is cutout.
Yeah,
right behind the rear wheel.
it almost hit me.
Opens
It almost hit me in the leg.
7 psi.
Wow. That sounded amazing, guys. Joe Turbo Tuned actually likes B5s as well. As you can see, him and his buddy Ari have this GT28 S4. Very, very quick. On the next episode, or hopefully down the line when we get it tuned, we'll see if we can get a ride in this thing, see how it feels. It's a little late now. We're getting ready to get the car out of here. But guys, 2 silver B5s running. Isn't that crazy? Stock turbos, right? Yeah, we're ready. Oh, perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Hey, turn it down so I don't get hit with copyright.
I don't get hit with copyright on the video. They hit me up with copyright for music.
Really?
Sup, Kyle?
Pico?
What's going on, dude?
Chilling,
Do you guys remember Kyle? Do you guys recognize the wheel? Stage 2, IMS, still running on pump fuel. Kyle came up. He's actually flying out today. Wanted to meet us by the shop. That's pretty. That about wraps it up for the day. I'm gonna trailer the car home, only because the car is currently not registered, number 1. Number 2, the 405, the 5 freeway is packed with traffic. I'm not gonna sit in traffic, even though I love to drive this car. It sounds amazing. You guys will see from the inside footage that the car sounds very beastly. But there's still some things we gotta do. We gotta sort out the next week or so driving. I wanna put about 200-300 miles on her. Make sure there's no leaks. Right now she's not overheating. She doesn't even have coolant in. She just got water, so we're gonna swap that out. Put the G12, G13 coolant in there, Volkswagen. We gotta mount the catch can in there, clean up the front end, adjust it so everything fits. Right now the headlight is kind of poking out. I'll show you guys again. It's kind of poking out, looks really weird. Yeah. So it's not fitted perfectly, so we're gonna run around and get this car firing right. But this is my supercar delivery, my wide body. Never got rid of it, like I said. It is, so you guys think that it's not an old video. December 21st, 5:17 p.m. Car is very, very far from done. Body work has to happen. Interior needs to be cleaned up. Rear tank in the back has to be cleaned up. Got to clean up the engine bay a little bit, guys. But we are getting there. We are getting there. Anyway, guys, I'm George. This is Pablo. That's Troy. Stav's at work. He works nights, so he's not here. You'll see the car tomorrow when he comes over the house. And I'm calling it a night, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys are excited as I am. I hope you guys are not pissed. I'm sorry I hid it from you guys. I'm sorry I said that I got rid of it. I'm sorry that I posted a for sale ad. But I just wanted people to think that I gave up. Feed the trolls a little bit, let them feel happy, and then surprise them a couple months later when she's running. I'm gonna get on the dyno and see what she does in a couple weeks, guys. Catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.